Okay, yeah, and I hit that, okay, yeah, and I hit that.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis, we are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
This will make it into the end zone.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Watson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson, it's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
24-yard gain on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
Gain of 47 yards.
How about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown, Houston.
Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brought him down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Taylor. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10. Bring it! Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. They'll find Lindsey here. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Watson. Pressure, he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. Great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they have the football. 23-yard line.
They'll take over.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Texans.
Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Watson. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson buying time to his left. They'll run it. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Phillip Lindsay hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Texans 14, Colts 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change your name. I like your respect. Give them more than what I get expected at the back. In fact,
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. And that'll be incomplete.
Intended for Alan Lazard. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On third down, Cousins. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run here with Lindsey. They'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson looking left sideline. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston.
To
Brandon Cooks with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point try by Bailey. And that'll set them back 5. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Texans 21, Colts 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Or just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The give to Taylor. He's still fighting forward and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
32-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's another
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
first and goal at the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
With his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
For Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will make it into the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Flushed out right. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a carry for Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
First down throw, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Texans 28, Colts 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Texans scoop it.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
And this one will wind up with them losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
That'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. First half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Rodgers on the return. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they have in that last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose.
seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will make it into the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll go again with Lindsey. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, a run with Lindsey.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, it's Watson. Side by Cal. And down inside the 15 he goes. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Taylor. Take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to that and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
3rd and long for Cousins. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Lindsay, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Their own 20-yard line. Him up 5, 1st and 15. Taylor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He's brought down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Second and 9. Cousins. Campbell making the catch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And bring this one back. Texans touchdown. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by the rookie, Julian Blackmon. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
23.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Eluding the pressure right. They're going for a zone, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made by Derek Rivers. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that,
I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on second down. Watson dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
It's third down and 10.
The Texans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Another run by Lindsey. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. The Texans on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Touchdown, Colts.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, there's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
1st down, Texans.
Come on, let's get him!
there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing now, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 6.